Welcome to BSc Statistics students. In this lesson, I discussed Ewell's coefficient of association and its limits. The limits of Ewell's coefficient of association. To know the association between the two attributes A and B, Ewell discovered a coefficient which is Q is equivalent to B, AB alpha beta minus A beta alpha B divided by AB alpha beta plus A beta alpha B. This is what the coefficient was given. So from this we can measure what is the association, how much association is between the attributes A and B is going to be, can be find out. So for which you have to find the limits. The next part is finding the limits. How to obtain the limits? It's very simple. While consider A is equivalent to B, AB into alpha beta, and B is equivalent to B, A beta multiplied by alpha B. If we consider these are the two particular integers, because all class frequencies are non-negative, then only the data is consistent. From that particular point of view, AB alpha beta, A beta alpha B are all greater than 0 values, greater than or equal to 0 the values. So if we consider the integers, then A is greater than 0 and B is also greater than 0. Then by considering these two particular values, we can have the values like modulus of A minus B, if we consider the values here, and modulus of A plus B, which is always less than or equal to. Modulus of A minus B is less than or equal to modulus of A plus B. So from which I am writing modulus of A minus B divided by modulus of A plus B, we take this particular term left hand side, is less than or equal to 1. So which means now I write what the values of A and B. What is A? The A value is AB multiplied by alpha beta minus A beta multiplied by alpha B and divided by A is AB alpha beta and plus A beta alpha B. So what is this formula? The formula is Q. So therefore modulus of Q is less than or equal to 1, which is nothing but modulus of Q is less than or equal to 1, which is nothing but, and if we consider modulus of X or modulus of A is less than or equal to 1, the A lies in between minus 1 to 1. So therefore minus 1 less than or equal to Q is less than or equal to 1. Therefore limits of Q are plus or minus 1. It is lies in between minus 1 to plus 1. Right? So these are the limits. Now I discussed 2-3 points. If Q is equal to 0, then the attributes are independent. If Q is equal to 0, the attributes are independent. Then attributes A and B are independent. Okay? If Q is equal to plus 1, then the attributes are positively associated. Perfect positive association between the attributes A and B. It is also called completely associated. Then the attributes A and B are completely associated. Completely associated. And also we can specify perfect positive association. Perfect positive association between the attributes A and B. So this is in the case where if all A's are B's, that is AB is equal to A, and all A's are and all B's are A's, that is AB is equal to B. In this case, AB is equal to A. AB is equal to A means A minus AB is equal to 0. What is the formula of A minus AB? A beta is equal to 0. Substitute the formula A beta is equal to from which from this you can obtain alpha B is equal to 0. Alpha B is equal to 0. This is A beta is 0, this is alpha beta is 0. These two values are 0. Then AB alpha beta by AB alpha beta is 1. Therefore Q is equal to 1. Hope you understand? And then you have one more case. In that case, what we express, if Q is equal to minus 1, if Q is equal to minus 1, that is, if Q is equal to minus 1, then it is said to be not completely associated, complete disassociation, and also perfect negative association, perfect negative association. In the case where we write no A's or B's, that is AB is equal to 0, and no alphas or betas, that is alpha beta is equal to 0. This is the case where you consider complete disassociation or perfect negative association for attributes. This is what in this case Q is equal to minus 1, complete disassociation, and perfect negative association. So this is what the conclusions for Q is equal to minus 1. When AB is equal to 0, you substitute here, AB is equal to 0, alpha beta is equal to 0. Then minus A beta alpha b divided by plus A beta alpha b. Then if you divide it, you will get minus 1. That is Q is equal to minus 1. So these are the three cases I have explained with the values of Q. Q is equal to 0 and independent, A and B are independent. If Q is equal to 1, A, B are completely associated, perfect positive association. That is what this is the case. A beta 0, alpha b 0. A B, all A's are B's, all B's are A's. These are the two particular relations. And if Q is equal to minus 1 and complete disassociation or perfect negative association, that is what? No A's are B's, no alphas are betas. That is what AB is equal to 0, alpha beta is equal to 0, in which you will have Q is equal to minus 1. Hope you understand. Thank you.